Can you guess the 7 most expensive things Ronaldo owns?
I have no idea.
Yeah, well, he's a rich man.
I would
One of the
assume
richest.
his house.
His house, you got to be more specific.
His house in Portugal.
In Portugal? Okay, I actually need to figure out. Madeira's in Portugal, right?
I have no idea.
I think Madeira's in Portugal. Luxury residence in Madeira, $10 million. That's number 6.
Okay.
His Lisbon penthouse, I'll count it.
I said house, so give me all the houses.
I'll count it. Number 5, Lisbon penthouse, $11 million.
What do you mean you'll count it? I said his house.
Well, you said in Portugal, so can you get more specific the other way? Can you come back
all
over
of his
here?
houses.
Okay, his other house, his Trump Tower apartment in Manhattan, $18.5 million. That's number 2.
Very nice.
The rich man spends money. He's got money to spend.
You just said that.
He's got money to spend because he's rich.
Okay,
the rich
said
man
it again.
pays.
Does he have any more houses?
Doesn't have any more houses.
Okay, I would assume he has a very expensive car.
Okay, what kind of car?
Lamborghini.
No,
Maserati.
more expensive. Go more luxury. Get up in the
McLaren.
world. No,
Rolls Royce.
what's the Tate Master drive?
I don't know. I'm not
Starts
expensive
with
car
a
guy.
B.
Bugatti.
Bugatti. So he's got a Bugatti Chiron. That's
Bugatti.
$3 million. That's number 7. He's got a Bugatti 110. That's $11 million. That's number 4. And a Bugatti La Voiture Noire. That's $12 million. That is number 3. So you need his most expensive item, Brian. What does he own that's the most expensive?
I have no idea. Watch.
A watch? No, it can't
He
be.
has pretty expensive watches.
It is $70 million, this item. Got to be more
His
expensive.
game ball.
Not his game ball.
His
no.
what does he own? A town?
He doesn't own a town.
He owns a country.
What do a lot of rich people own?
Houses, cars, an island.
Not an island. Island's a good guess.
A private plane.
A private plane. The Gulfstream G650 private jet, Brian.
Very nice.
That is $70 million. Ronaldo's most expensive item.
It's just knowledge that I would never need to know.
I don't think anyone really needs to know.
No one really cares.
But no one needs to care about anything that we do, right?
No, you're spot on.
And that's what this podcast is. Podcast 128.
128.
128. Okay.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
I'm pretty positive.
128. This weekend was pretty monumental weekend in sports.
I mean, it was unbelievable.
So-
the Masters was incredible.
Yeah, I just want to talk about it. This past weekend was one of the greatest sports weekends I've ever witnessed.
What was outside of the Masters? Why am I not there?
You're very into the golf world. No.
Just NBA?
No.
Playoff?
So let's go through it. The first thing was the Masters. So there was another sporting event that was huge. First thing was the Masters. What'd you think of the Masters?
The Masters was incredible. Honestly, right up there with Tiger Woods' victory in 2019.
That's
I will
crazy.
say it plain and simple. I
Yeah.
think it's right behind it because Tiger, that's arguably the greatest comeback in all of sports.
Yes. Bryson and Rory put on must-watch TV all weekend, which was awesome. Bryson obviously crumbled in the final round, but we also got a playoff hole, a little overtime action
But free golf is what they say.
with Justin Rose and Rory McIlroy.
Justin Rose birdied 10 holes in his final round. He
Yeah.
birdied more than half the holes.
I wonder what the record is for the lowest round at Augusta.
I think it's like 61, 62.
Should I look it up? And he shot a what, 64?
I don't know what exactly he shot because he started the weekend. I don't think he had a good Saturday, but then he kind of bounced back. But he also had a bunch of bogeys in that
The
last
lowest
round.
single round in Masters history is a 63.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So he was pretty close to that.
Yeah.
His
I don't
final
know what
round,
he
9
actually
under.
shot.
I think he was 9 under on Sunday.
No, he was 6 under. Our friend Chris was wrong.
Well, it was great. And then it was one of the most emotional finishes. You said you cried.
I did cry. I was on my drive home. I was watching
crazy.
it in a not safe way in my car. I'm not afraid to admit that. But yeah, I'm alive. I'm here today. And yeah, I got emotional. Because watching Rory win and having that crowd and audience in my car just
I cannot
amplify
imagine.
with the
Rory isn't
excitement.
even your favorite golfer.
He's not, but it's a 14-year major drought. That is
I
unbelievable.
cannot. I do not. If the Mets ever win a World Series, I
Sorry,
do not
11
want to be
years.
with you.
11 years. 11
I do not want to be with you if the Mets ever win a World Series.
I think it's a little different because this is like more so personal too. Like not to me, but to Rory. Like it's a self-achieving sport.
Exactly.
If the Mets win the World Series, yes, I probably will cry.
Probably.
Yeah.
You cried over Rory McIlroy.
Yeah, but this was like more special. Like this was like him, his family, went up
It
to
literally
his wife,
means
his
nothing
daughter.
to you.
Poppy.
It literally means nothing to you.
Poppy McIlroy.
I don't know what you're saying, but
Poppy
yeah,
McIlroy. She's
That
the
literally means
daughter.
nothing to you.
It doesn't mean nothing. Rory McIlroy, man.
He's not your favorite golfer.
He's the best golfer.
Did you cry when Tiger won?
No.
You're just
I
getting
didn't
more
cry.
emotional in your
I was,
older age.
I was speechless when Tiger won because that was more shocking and kind of incredible.
Okay, moving on. The other big event was UFC 314. It was one of the best fight cards I've ever seen.
Mike Chandler, he's washed. Absolutely.
Clearly, he got demolished by Paddy.
I mean, and he lost at MSG when we saw him, and I just feel like he's a guy that's all talk, and I don't know, his record's probably like 10 losses.
He fought at MSG when you were there?
Yeah. He's the one that got body slammed.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
back. Or he slammed the guy while the other guy was on his back.
Do you know who it was?
That one was No.
Charles Oliveira. It started off with a KO from one of the heavyweights, Dominic Reyes. Then John Silva beat Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell, the guy that was a little weird in the news.
Don't know who that is.
You don't know anything about it. No. Yair Rodriguez beat Patricio Pitbull, and he's on his world champ run. Paddy the Baddy almost murdered Michael Chandler in the ring. You see his face?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Paddy the Baddy's one of the best fighters on the planet, I think.
I mean, hands down, yeah, of course.
And then Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez. Volk got his title back. Volk and Rory were like equivalent. Volk's coming off a huge losing streak. He's one of the oldest fighters, been trying to get his title back for years and years, and he finally got it back.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, you don't have anything to say about that.
I don't know. I saw Patty yelling after the fight. That was cool, but I also saw Rory on his knees yelling on 18, and I thought that was more special.
Okay, that's fair. I have a question for you. Would you rather watch the Masters or these sporting events?
Okay, let's do it.
A long-awaited UFC card or the Masters?
Easily the Masters.
Yes.
It's the oldest tradition in sports, or at least the most historic.
Definitely not the oldest.
It's not the oldest. What do they say? It's got what do they call it?
I don't know what you're saying.
A tradition like no other. That's what they say.
You just claimed it was the oldest sport.
No. I was trying to. Well, golf might be. Golf might be up there and close, but it's a tradition like no other. The Masters, absolutely. Come on.
Okay. Tour de France or the Masters?
What do you think, Brian?
I'm guessing the Masters. Yes. It's going to go up in difficulty. The matchup
Tour de France over a good UFC card. I don't want to watch people bike.
The matchups are going to get more and more difficult as we go on.
Okay, you went the opposite direction. There's not.
Tour de France is the most watched sporting event in the world.
I would never tune in.
Okay, but it's the most watched. So you can't deny stats.
You said difficult to me, so I don't know.
I did not say that.
Yeah, but you said it was going to get more difficult, and I'm answering the questions. Therefore, it's more difficult.
Okay, Zach. The Kentucky Derby or the Masters?
The Masters, hands down.
Okay, the Stanley Cup or the Masters?
Stanley Cup or the Masters? I'm going to take the Masters. I will.
Okay. The Olympics or the Masters?
See, now, Brian, we're talking.
What would you rather watch?
Summer Olympics or winter?
Summer's probably more entertaining, right?
Summer has golf in it, but it's not as good as golf to me. But it's got a bunch of other sports. I don't think I tuned into the Olympics that much. I'm going to say the Masters.
Okay. The Super Bowl or the Masters?
Super Bowl or the Masters?
Now, your team hasn't been in the Super Bowl.
No, they haven't gotten past the first round of playoffs since 2001, maybe?
A while ago.
The Super Bowl is a big event. It's a big party, a lot of people. I'd rather watch the Super Bowl with people. I'd rather watch the Masters alone.
Okay. So which one?
I'll take the Super Bowl.
You're going to take the Super Bowl?
No. I'll take Masters.
Yeah,
Sunday.
that's what I thought. The Masters or the World Series?
Again, if my team's not in it, I'm not really tuning into the World Series so much. It's great baseball. It's great content, but
I think the question
Sunday.
I think the question is every year, would you rather watch the Masters or the World Cup?
No, it'd be the Masters.
Or not the World Cup. Would you rather watch the Masters or the World Series?
I don't know if I said this earlier. It's a tradition like no other.
I know. And then the last one, the Masters or the World Cup?
World Cup's fun. Gets a lot of people involved. I mean, you want me to say the Masters. So
I don't want you to say anything.
I'll say the Masters. That's fine. Because the World Cup final, unbelievable with Messi in it. But you know what? Mbappe, Messi.
So you think Mbappe, Messi? What?
Mbappe, Messi, they faced off in the last World Cup when Argentina won.
Where's he from?
Yes, France.
Nice.
Come on.
So you think the Masters is the greatest sporting event on the planet?
It isn't every year, but the ability and ceiling that it has, for me, that
higher
win
ceiling
yesterday,
than any other sport.
That win yesterday was kind of insane. Again, it made me emotional.
You know, you cried in your car.
I don't get emotional. I don't get emotional a lot, but
you cried for Rory McIlroy.
Cried for Rory McIlroy. Dude, it was special. How'd you watch him kiss his daughter and hug her and not cry?
People kiss their daughters and their sons after Super Bowls and World Series all the time.
Doesn't matter.
I could care less.
Drew Brees' baby with the little headphones on. You remember that moment, but I don't know. It just meant something. She hit the putt earlier in the week too.
She did.
Yeah. It was just a special week for Rory.
It's the first time I watched the Masters every single round.
You know what it is?
From start to completion.
It's the fact that Rory went through so much suffering in other majors and blown leads. 2011 Masters.
Everyone knows, Zach. Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
So for me, it's like kind of the hardships that he went through that made this one so much more special.
So you wouldn't cry for the Mets?
No,
you don't think they've gone through hardships?
I would be more of a roller coaster. I would cry. I would scream. I'd be all over.
Okay. We get it. You would cry.
We have a live show July 26th.
We do. Is this the official announcement?
Yeah, we already announced it last week, but this is the podcast announcement because we forgot to announce it last week.
Asbury Park, New Jersey, House of Independence on Cookman Avenue, our hometown show. I'm calling it our hometown show.
The hometown show, yeah. It should be we're going to get guests again. We're going to have people there.
We don't know who yet.
Yeah, we got to tap into the network a little bit, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Anything from the last one that we're going to pull over or anything new that we're going to do,
Not a lot of people know what we did besides the, 300 people that were there?
Yeah.
300 people that were there. So, I mean, it's going to be fun. It was a good turnout last time.
It's interactive. We bring people on stage. It'll be a lot of fun. So if you are in the New Jersey area, or if you're one of those devoted followers who traveled like from across
Buffalo.
7 states to come
Well,
get to us.
7
Not
states.
Buffalo, but there's someone who came from like West Virginia.
Who?
I don't know. I thought I was talking to someone after.
No, some guy said he traveled 7 hours from Buffalo.
7 hours. Okay. That's fine.
That's one state.
Yeah. I thought someone came from North Carolina.
Also, for West Virginia, it's not 7 states.
You go through Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, and then Jersey.
That's it. So half of what you
Well,
said.
if you want to, you go through Pennsylvania too. But it all depends which route you're taking.
You could do that anywhere.
But through West Virginia, from West Virginia, it might make more sense to go that way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that's exciting. That's fun.
It's very exciting. Tickets are in the bio, or not in the bio, in the link in the links in the description.
Yeah. It'll be down there.
You can find it. Just go to our website.
I'm excited because I have a debate and question for you. It made
Let's
me
hear it.
think pretty deeply about.
I'm excited.
Can fish see water?
I wonder if they can see air.
So here's the thing.
You're going to give me the answer already?
No, I won't. Do you want to think about it?
I do want to think about it. I think that they don't see water. Oh, here's my answer. I know the answer.
Okay.
I think that fish, when they're swimming around in the ocean, they don't see water.
Okay.
They see the currents move, but that's almost like wind.
But you can't see wind as a human.
But if the fish came out of the water like Marlin in Finding Nemo, you see the surface of the water because it's a liquid. They don't see the air because it's a gas. You obviously have to see it because it's a liquid, and liquid you can see.
Okay. So can a fish see air?
We don't see water when we're underwater. We see through the water.
Fish breathe water. We breathe air.
Yes.
And we can't see air.
But it doesn't matter.
So fish.
It doesn't matter because that's a different thing. It's a gas and a liquid. Liquid you can see. And solids and liquids you can visibly see. Gas you cannot see.
Well, there's a big debate here. I don't
It's
think
not
we
a
actually
debate.
have the
It's not a
answer.
debate.
Well, why? Because I asked ChatGPT and said not in the way that we see water. No.
ChatGPT is stupid. They don't even know we exist.
Fish don't see water as a distinct thing. Water is the medium in which they live.
Exactly. But
But
if
we
they
live in air.
Exactly.
And we can't see air. So how could a fish see water?
If we go in water, we can't see water. If
guess
you're
not.
underwater, you can't see water. But if you're above water, you can see the surface of the water.
But I think if you're underwater, you can kind of tell you're in water, which means you could see it.
Have you ever gone underwater?
I have.
Can you see the water?
No.
You see through the water.
You could see bubbles and stuff, though.
I just said that before.
See that. Yeah.
I said the currents, which is air and wind.
ChatGPT said it's essentially invisible to fish. So water is invisible to fish because they breathe it.
Unless they come out of the water.
Well, yes, I guess, sure. But they're constantly aware of going through it because they have the water pressure, the temperature of the water, and you feel things the same way we feel currents, wind, and air.
They also don't have big brains. So they're
What, the
probably
fish?
just like not even thinking about this.
So maybe they don't see it when they come out of the water. Maybe it's just instinct.
I'm sure they see it. They have eyes. They don't
think-
know what it is, but they see something.
I think they feel it. So when they're out of water and they're flopping around and they realize they're not in
If
water.
they're out of water looking at the ocean, they can see the ocean. They may not know what it is, but you can see it.
I don't know if they can.
I think you're an idiot. That's what I think.
It's just totally fine.
I want to talk about something that happened this past weekend. Since we're on current events, we were on the Masters this whole weekend. We were tuned in, and that's what we were doing.
I wasn't really.
Well, you were
that
playing
tuned in
golf.
Until,
You were playing golf.
I didn't even watch the opening rounds too much, like just a little bit. I followed some groups, but
I watched the entire thing. It was awesome. But the other thing that was going on the West Coast was Coachella. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say it. I hate it.
yeah, it's horrible.
I hate Coachella. I've never been, but I
Your
hate
brother asked. He goes, "Why aren't you guys at Coachella?" I was like,
never
"Do I
wanna
look
go.
like I belong at Coachella?"
It's just like, we just don't, we wouldn't fit in.
No.
We would fit in at the Masters. We would not fit in at Coachella.
Is Coachella the EDM? It's all the EDM.
Oh, it's
Really?
You don't know what Coachella is? So I'm just going to tell you, I have a lineup question like about the artist and I want you to answer.
Okay.
Which Coachella lineup was better, 2024 or 2025?
I think they're all horrible, but yes.
No,
okay.
you're going to like them.
Okay.
Like there's some of your favorite artists on
It's
here.
still a dumb concert thing.
It's the same thing as Firefly.
You just called it stupid.
I know, but the lineups are not stupid. The atmosphere and the whole thing behind it is stupid.
Oh.
The lineups are usually great.
I misunderstood you. I'm sorry.
It's just like Firefly.
okay.
That's the lineup. It's
I
like totally different.
misunderstood you. I'm sorry.
2025 lineup, day one. I gave you like 5 to 8 of the biggest artists that we would recognize.
That works.
2025 day one, Lady Gaga was the headliner. Missy Elliott, Benson Boone, DJ Mustard, Glorilla, Yeet, Tyla, 3-6 Mafia.
That's I wasn't lying. I don't think that's enjoyable.
Give me like A through F.
Like that's like a D.
D plus
D to me.
D.
Missy Elliott was the third artist you named.
He was the second artist.
The second
on
artist.
here. Day one kind of sucked.
Music make you lose control.
I want you to give me a grade rating through it. So that's a D.
Sure.
Day 2, 2025. Green Day, Charlie XCX, The Misfits, Shoreline Mafia, T-Pain, Jimmy Eat World, and Disco Lines.
Okay, Jimmy Eat World kind of, yeah, sure. They have 1 or 2 songs, but the only good artists there are the first 2.
Green Day and Charlie XCX?
Yeah. And Charlie XCX, like, I don't think I'm
T-Pain?
going to enjoy. T-Pain's not as good live.
So what
as
would you give
think.
it?
I've saw him 3 times
So
live.
what would you give it?
That one gets a C+.
Okay. 2025 Day 3. Post Malone, Megan Thee Stallion, Zed, Jesse Murph, Ty Dolla $ign, Big X The Plug.
Okay, see, that one's a lot better.
Yeah.
So that one gets a B+.
Okay.
I don't think, can you really get an A? Like, you need a killer lineup.
You
Maybe
do.
it's Sunday.
So overall, the 3 days, what
it's
do you
3
give it
days.
as a rating?
I guess overall, if it were average, it's like a C+ or
Okay.
a B-.
Okay. C plus, B minus. Okay. 2024 day, the 2024 line is this. 2024 Day 1, Lana Del Rey, Peso Pluma, Lil Uzi Vert, Deftones, Sabrina Carpenter, Ken Carson, Tyler Chappell-Roan.
Now, that one sounds more fun. It's not necessarily artists that I'd want to go see, but it's definitely a more entertaining show.
Sounds like a party.
Yeah, so we could give that one a C+. That's starting off strong.
I think that one's a little bit better. It's a lot of different genres. 2024 Day 2, Tyler the Creator, Ice Spice, Sublime, Dom Dalla, Bleachers, Grimes, The Aquabats.
Oh, the
I know,
Aquabats.
you remember them?
Hey, homies.
What's up?
What was that? That could go, okay.
That was I think that was the best day so far.
We'll go B+ again. I don't think I could get into the A range. I'm just not feeling it.
2024 Day 3, Doja Cat, J Balvin, John Summit, Lil Yachty, DJ Snake, BB Rexa, Coi Leray, Taking Back Sunday.
Again, really cool to see these people, but I don't think that's any more than a B-.
Okay.
I like Coi Leray. She's fun.
So 2024, all 3 days get A.
It's like a B+. It's a
Okay.
B+.
2025 and 2024 both had an added artist. This year's was Travis Scott. 2024's was No Doubt. Does that boost either way, up or down?
No. Travis Scott was very overrated live. I didn't think he put on any sort of performance at a festival like he could at his own concert. And then, No Doubt, Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
What is this, changing the world?
No, it's just
I don't
like
know.
a fun little additive.
It's, you know what, the music festivals, I'm just not about them, especially when
We
they
used
have
to go every year.
especially
Zach.
when they have rappers that go out. You know that rap is overrated. We used to go every year, yeah, but they had EDM and they had all these different
So
genres
is
and artists.
this.
No, but not the
What
ones
do
that
you
you would
mean?
want. Do they have Major Lazer on there? No. Do they
I
have,
honestly could care less to see Major Lazer.
21
now.
Pilots was great live, but they put on a great live performance.
Okay, that's
The Killers,
calm
Mr.
down,
Brightside,
calm down,
everything.
calm down. You're going on rants now. You're ranting.
Well,
You're
yeah,
ranting.
you come at my opinion of the
I
music
never came at-
festival.
I
You
never
said-
came at
you
your
said we went
opinion.
a few years ago, so I was just trying to defend myself.
I just told you a fact. We used to go literally every year.
Yeah, we
No?
used to. Yeah. But in what was your meaning of saying that? Is that I'm wrong?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure
You
out.
said you hate music festivals. I said we went every year.
Yeah, and I defended.
It's a fact.
And I said Firefly was different.
So which one was better, 2025 or 2024?
2024. I would not enjoy Coachella as much.
I
There's
agree.
no way. There's no
You
way.
didn't even know what it was 2 minutes ago.
No,
You said,
yes,
oh,
I
that's
did.
the EDM festival,
I
right?
didn't know.
It is
What's-
not the EDM festival. That's EDC.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense.
Speaking with no context, Zach.
Yeah, so your birthday just passed. My birthday's coming up.
Yep.
Are you excited for that?
Yes, I am. You're not even going to be here.
I'm not going to be.
So no, I'm not excited for that. I could care
But
less, to be
were you
honest.
excited on your birthday? We went golfing.
It was a great day.
You got a new driver.
I had fun. Yep.
Would you ever trade your birthday for another day?
What does that mean?
Like your birthday is April 3rd.
Yes.
So would you ever trade for another day? You get one trade for your birthday. Would you pick another date to be born? Like, would you move it to the summer? Would you move it to the winter?
I think I would move it to the summer. I'm not like I don't really care too much about it. I like my birthday. My birthday's usually spring. It's like hit or miss on if it's nice or not out. I think April's a good birthday month. But if I had to, I probably would move it to like, I don't know, July.
So I figured you might not have the most opinion here. So I came up with dates.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather have your birthday or be born on leap day?
So my birthday.
You wouldn't want to be born on February
because
29th?
Then you can't celebrate it you celebrate it every 4 years.
You could celebrate it in between.
Yeah, but you don't have an actual birthday every year.
I feel like that's like a unique birthday. I feel like that's
I'd
cool.
rather have my birthday.
Okay.
I also don't want to be born in January. It's freezing cold outside.
February 28th.
February is even colder.
Would you rather be born on your birthday or 420?
My birthday.
I don't know. It's a little warmer out. Weather starts coming around a little bit.
Okay, 420.
I don't know. I'm asking you.
It doesn't. It's 2 weeks apart. It's the same thing. I guess my birthday. I'm staying loyal to 4-3.
Would you rather your birthday or June 21st, the summer solstice? Longest day of the year.
Definitely that day.
I kind of like the nighttime vibe on my birthday, though. If it's light out till 9 o'clock, I feel like it's a little much.
I have so much fun on that day. Yeah, I'm choosing that day.
It's my dad's favorite day of the
10
year.
times out of 10.
Your birthday or May 3rd? So it's just a month later.
I guess May 3rd.
So you like May 3rd. What about April 30th? That's my birthday. So
Yeah.
you'd rather have you want to trade birthdays maybe?
Sure.
I have a better birthday than you. Is that what you're saying?
Sure.
Okay.
Is that like a status thing that you
No,
need?
no, it's not a status
Yes,
thing.
it
It
is.
just boosts
That's
my
why you said
confidence
it.
a little bit. Would you rather be born on your birthday or have a symmetrical birthday? So like June 6th
My birthday.
or December 12th.
That's stupid.
But then like if you're born on June 6th, like our friend Andrew, in 2006,
That's
it's 6,
almost the
dash
sign
6,
of the
dash
devil.
6. It is.
So no.
I think I wouldn't change my birthday for anything.
Yeah, because you have the best birthday, Zach. You have
Yeah.
the best everything. You know that.
I popped out a month early too.
Congratulations. I have some topics about. I have a topic about golf that Ken Griffey Jr. said. Did you see this?
No.
I think he's an idiot.
Okay.
To be honest, he genuinely is.
David Wright said that playing golf's harder than hitting a baseball.
Yeah, I mean, I like that take. I mean, if David Wright said it, it's probably true.
You know why he said it? Because baseball's reactionary. So
Yeah.
he feels like if a ground ball's hit to you, you're reacting versus
Yeah.
like this like stiff, this ball standing still and like
think
nothing's
golf's
going
harder.
on. Like it's a lot more mental game.
Ken Griffey Jr. said a hole-in-one on a par 3 doesn't count.
What do you mean?
He said if you hit a hole-in-one on a par 3, it should not count.
Why?
He said it should count score-wise, but it shouldn't count for you to say I shot a hole-in-one.
So what is a hole in one to him then? It's on a par 4, par 5? Like what is he talking
I
about?
have no idea. I think he has like CTE or something from baseball, which is crazy.
He collided into some fences, but
The one statement that the guy said, it was golf on CBS. He said, "Why doesn't it count? That's so stupid." And Ken Griffey Jr.'s statement said, "Do my home runs in the home run derby count?"
oh.
Which is like a horrible argument.
Wait, was he talking about the par 3 contest at the Masters?
He was talking about a par 3 in general should not count as a hole-in-one.
Oh, that's bad. Are you sure?
Yes,
Okay. Because that's delusional.
it's delusional.
That doesn't make any sense.
And then the guy on CBS, the golf guy, said if you go to a par 3 course and you're with your friends and you hit a hole-in-one, you can't say that you had a hole-in-one then? And he said, no. He said, does it count if you shoot a hole-in-one on a putt-putt course? I was like, what kind of analogy is that?
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. I was like, oh, what is it? Like a par 4 or a putt-putt course?
Yeah.
Like a mini golf? Like, no.
What kind of analogy is that? It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make much sense.
It's like you should be able to say it, but then, yeah, obviously, I would think that most people's thought process when you say I shot a hole-in-one is on a par 3, right?
Are you positive?
Yes.
100% that he wasn't talking about a hole-in-one on a par 3 course. So a par 3 on a par 3 course.
No, because that was a point brought up after.
Okay. I'm just making sure because it sounds like what you're trying to say is the home run derby would be the par 3 contest at the Masters on that Wednesday or Tuesday before.
No, he was saying that a par 3 hole-in-one does not count.
I mean that's just nonsense. So what is a hole in one to him? So it has to be on a par 4.
I
That doesn't
guess
make
so.
any sense.
It's ridiculous.
What is a birdie not a birdie on a par 3 either? Is he? What about
have
an
no
eagle
idea.
on a par 5?
I have no idea. Hey, and if I took this out of conclusion, if I took this out of what's it called?
Context.
If I took this out of context, I'm sorry, Ken Griffey Jr. Not that you're going to see this, but I think you're.
If I had to bet
delusional.
money, I think that might be what he was going for.
No, he started out. I got to find this clip. Zach.
Ken Griffey Jr. weighs in on if a hole in one on a par 3 course counts.
Well, leave that out because it'll be funny and people will rip me apart.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
All right.
But still, even if it was a par 3 course, it should still count.
I think
should
it should.
still
You're
be
playing
able
the
to say.
course. You're playing the par for the course. That's what
Yeah.
it is. Okay. It didn't rain this weekend at the Masters. One of the most beautiful weather.
rained a
we
lot
had.
here.
Yes, but one of the most beautiful weather weekends and kind of weeks at the Masters that we've had in a long time.
I love it.
What does 30% chance of rain mean?
I think we've talked about this a long, long time ago.
We might have. I don't know if we ever got to a conclusion.
I think that 30% chance of rain means if you say in Jersey City, there's
Okay.
a 30% chance of rain, I think 30% of Jersey City is going to get rain
That's what you think?
geographically.
I don't think that's right. So there's a bunch of different theories, and I don't know. I
don't
need
know
to
either.
talk to a meteorologist.
Well, first of all meteorologists are just guessing every day, so they're pretty stupid. First off,
I think they're analyzing and they're pulling the metrics behind the curtains over there.
come on.
Okay, 30% of the time it will rain. That's what some people think. They think it's like a probability thing.
That's what I grew up thinking.
So it's like it's either everyone's getting rain or no one's getting rain, but 30% of the time they will.
Yeah, I get, but that's a little like that doesn't really make too much sense though, because if it's raining by me in Jersey City, it could not be raining by you.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's 30% coverage of Jersey City of the rain. Like they know it's going to rain, but 30%. That goes with the second theory. Some people think it's area based. So 30% covers the area of where it's going to rain, which that's what you think.
I guess. I don't really know, to be honest. I'm just guessing, like a meteorologist.
There's some people who think it's a 30% chance that you personally will see rain. So as you're out and about within a set location area, there's a 30% chance you see rain. So kind of like the probability, but it's like talking to you individually.
I feel like that makes sense with the geography thing too, because you could be in that 30% area.
Yeah. I don't know, Brian. And then there's
Is there an answer to this or no?
I'll tell you in a sec.
Okay.
Maybe. There might be.
Okay, so there's not an answer.
There's a 30% chance it'll rain at some point. So some people see 30% chance and they're like, okay, well, that means it's not raining all day, 30% chance, or it's only raining for 30% of the day, but more so that 30% chance that it will rain at some point during the day. It's a lot of different ways to digest this.
So is there any answer?
I don't know. My favorite answer, and this is what I think is the answer, at least to me,
Yes.
is that they take the confidence that it will rain and they multiply it by the area that will rain.
So a combination of 1 and 2.
Yeah. So say there's a 30% chance of rain. Say they're 50% confident and they're saying that 10% of the area it will rain. I think if you multiply those together, I think you get 0.3.
Interesting.
No, 0.5 times 0.1 is not.
You're the math guy. You're the math guy. I'm not the math guy.
Whatever the math is, it kind of takes an average of the two. That's what it is. It's not multiplied, but it takes an average between the confidence it's going to rain and then the area that it'll cover.
I don't think we'll ever figure that out.
I don't think so either. But I know if I look at my phone, it's under 50% chance. I don't know if I'm going to see rain that day. I don't trust them.
If it's
always
under
moving and they never know what they're talking about.
Exactly, which brings me back to my point. Meteorologists are idiots. They're just guessing every day.
God, if we'll never have a meteorologist on the show now.
Thank God. We're never going to have Josh Peck's dad and Drake and Josh.
Yeah,
right? Wasn't he a meteorologist?
Yes, he was.
That guy sucked. Just kidding. I love that guy. Did you like that guy? This is my transition.
I did like him.
You think he was a nice guy?
Yeah, his name, Josh's dad, I forget his name, but yeah, he was good.
The meteorologist, he was a nice guy. Are you actually a nice person or not?
Oh, here we go.
Do you think you are or not?
I think I am a nice person, very nice person, but I think this questions and test is going to say no, which is
Okay.
I don't want this perception of me going out there, but it's fine.
If you have done most of these things, then you are truly a nice person.
Okay.
Do you greet your neighbors most of the time?
Whenever I see him, absolutely.
Even people outside your door in the room next to you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If I see him out to my door or if I see one of the people walking even outside of my apartment building,
go.
I'll say hi. I give the nod, I give the wave.
Yes. The nod, the wave, just like
A resident of my apartment building is a family member to
It
me.
would be kind of a family member.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't think of anything
That's
better.
crazy.
They're a friend.
All right. When someone texts you, do you always reply?
I always hit them back with a reply. I never ghost.
Okay.
It might not be right away. It might take me a
Yes.
few days, but I always get back. I make sure of it.
I'm the king of waiting a few
Yeah.
days
And
to
maybe
reply.
sometimes never reply.
Yeah. I'm bad at that. Do you remember people's birthdays?
I do to an extent. Like I know some.
What's Parker's birthday?
Parker's May 12th. He's May 12th.
I don't know it. It's not May 12th.
He's a Taurus. I know that.
Late May. Something like that.
No, it's
May
not.
15th?
I don't think it's that.
May 15th.
Maybe May 15th. But
But
it's
it's Chris's
close.
birthday.
June 11th.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Andrew
whatever.
Dalba.
Yeah, but these are like people that you
Andrew,
weirdly
June
remember.
6th. You, April 3rd. James Lee, April 9th.
James Lee, you mean Soul?
Matt Brutzman, April 13th. Mike Venezia,
So we'll count
September 10th.
it. We'll count
No,
it.
September 12th. We'll count it.
Okay, we'll count it. Do you always hold the door open for strangers?
I usually do unless they're too far, but usually I wait a little longer than the average.
Where's the cutoff?
Cutoff has to be like, if it's going to take them more than 3 seconds to get to me.
So like 10 feet?
Yeah. Maybe 15. 10
Okay.
feet, I'll usually wait and I'll like make a little mannerism to like, I open it up and then I do a little theatrics and then I hold it for them. You know?
What kind of theatrics do you
Like you open it up and then like you kind of turn around
Like a little
and then
dance?
you hold it. Yeah, like I'll push through and then like I'll
You
kind of
gritty a little
spin
bit?
and then I hold it.
You
You
hit
know?
the gritty?
Yeah,
Okay. So we'll count it. Have you ever laughed at someone's bad joke?
all the time.
You're the king of fake laughing.
Yeah, and I think you see through it and you know when I don't
I
actually
see it
laugh.
all the time.
But
You know?
no. That's a real laugh. That's a real laugh. Just let me be, you know?
We'll count it. Have you ever treated someone to a meal that is not your girlfriend?
I have. They're usually younger than me.
That's a little weird.
No, it's not. It's like my younger cousins.
that's
if
fair.
I have like my friends' younger siblings,
fair.
like if they go out, I'm like, don't worry about it. It's on me.
There you go. How often?
I don't do that often, so I don't know. Like when it happens, it happens.
Okay. Do you smile at strangers?
I'll do like the nod, but I don't think I'm smiling.
Yeah, I don't think I'm smiling
It depends. Like if there's familiarity, then sure. Like the neighbors in the building.
If I was on vacation, I would definitely smile at everybody. But like walking around New York City, I'm not smiling.
No, you're going to get weird looks back. I'll tell you that.
And then the last one, have you ever done volunteer work?
I have back in high school. I coached a Little League baseball team.
But not for credit to get into college. That does not count. Separate.
I guess if that doesn't count.
Because that's not, technically that's not volunteer work. That's work not for pay.
I also did
Like for
volunteer
credit.
work, but at my old job. So, but no, I went to go speak it with students on Thursday and Friday. That counts
That
as
was
volunteer
for
work.
the Makeshift
No,
project,
but that
though.
counts as volunteer
That
work.
was for us.
I'm crafting the future generations.
All right, so we'll count it. You are a nice person,
You're
apparently.
very nice. Thank you.
Such a nice person.
You know who sucks?
Vladimir Putin.
How rich is Jeffrey Preston Bezos?
That's his middle name?
Yes, it is.
What a stupid middle name.
Okay, so like people can't quantify how much he's worth. It's $202 billion.
it's a
I don't
lot.
think people realize how much money that is.
We should have done this with Elon Musk. He's worth like 75 mil more.
Yeah, but I like saying Jeffrey Preston Bezos.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, I have some things that are going to tell you how rich he is.
Okay.
If you made $7,000 an hour every hour since Jesus walked the earth,
$7,000 every hour.
since Jesus walked the earth, so
Okay.
2025 years ago,
Okay.
you'd still have less money than Jeff Bezos.
That's crazy.
That would be like the highest paying job that we could potentially ever have, unless like you're already like a Jeff
literally.
Bezos, Elon Musk.
Yeah, no. Because if you make $7,500 every week for the full year, I think it's like close to 400 grand.
Yeah, which is insane.
So that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. Jeffrey Preston Bezos.
Yeah, sorry.
At Jeff Bezos' peak, he made $3,715 a second, which is about $222,000 a minute, which is 5 times the amount of the average salary in the United States.
You know what is mind-boggling to me? These people that are so rich can literally solve world hunger.
Oh, you want to talk about that, Brian?
No, I think they actually can.
I'm about to share some facts.
Good.
Before I do that, he could buy every NFL team right now and have money left over. So for $150 billion, he could buy everything and still have, I don't know, $52 billion left over.
A lot of money left over.
Jeff Bezos' wealth is more than the GDP of over 130 countries.
Not the USA.
Not the USA.
Too rich for him.
US of A, baby.
Too rich.
He could build a... Jeff Bezos can build a base on the moon. Permanent base.
That one's not as... I feel like the other ones were more impressive.
NASA estimates it would cost $100 billion to build a permanent base on the moon.
Okay.
Jeff Bezos could buy 2 of those.
Yeah, that's impressive.
If Jeff Bezos' wealth was stacked in $100 bills,
It would reach the moon.
it would reach space. Not the moon, but lower
Oh,
tier of the atmosphere.
Poor man. God, that guy needs to get his numbers up.
And then you said world hunger before, but Jeff Bezos, he could fund the entire U.S. education budget.
I think that he literally could solve world hunger.
Yeah, I
which
mean, there's
is
a
crazy.
potential. Yeah.
If he made $3,700 something per second, imagine just taking a minute out of your day to make a homeless person's month.
Yeah.
Make 60 homeless people's month. Probably year. $3,700 bucks.
$222,000 a minute.
You just take 1 minute out of your day and just donate 1 minute of pay, and you could literally get a whole homeless shelter rent for 5 months.
It's really funny to think about because like if Jeff Bezos goes to the bathroom to go do numero uno, like he just made $222,000.
What about numero dos?
Numero dos? He's probably making like close to $1 million.
Yeah, probably more. It's a lot of hard
It's
work
insane.
out of that guy.
But yeah, so Jeff Bezos is a mean person.
Yeah. That guy sucks.
Share. Why don't you share
I mean,
some money?
same with Elon and same with everybody else. Warren Buffett.
I don't understand.
Do you consider him a man,
Yes, I do.
or is he a little
He's a man.
baby?
No, he's not a baby.
Every man should be able to do these 5 things.
Okay.
Let's see how much of a man you are.
All right.
You ready?
I think I'm a very manly man sometimes.
Do you know? I don't agree with that at all. Do you know how to hang a picture on a wall?
I know how to hang a picture. I frame it up. It's level. I get the leveler out.
And how do you hang it up?
I put 2 nails in the wall and I hang it up on it.
That's it?
That's how this entire studio is set up.
That's not like the actual way to hang up a picture.
Wow, how am
Just
I
a
supposed to
nail?
hang- Yeah, 2 nails and just hang it.
I get it. 2 nails.
Well, how else?
There's like studs and like stud finders.
Find the stud
No.
on the wall. TV. I hang up a TV.
There's
on the wall
different types
too.
of nails where you put in something, I don't know what it's called, and then the nail goes in it and it holds way harder and it holds
Yeah.
heavier things.
It's not a washer. It's a stud finder thing.
So we'll count that as
A
50%.
wedge? Is it a wedge?
50% we'll give you that.
Okay.
Okay. 0.5. Do you know how to parallel park?
I do. Very
You do.
good at it. Without
Yes.
the camera. I don't need
impressive.
the camera.
I don't need it either.
I sometimes, if people are in the car with me, the camera will come on. I'll make sure to not look at it.
yeah.
Just so they know.
Because you're the best.
Yeah. I'm really good
Aren't
at
you the
parallel
best?
parking. I have a picture of me parallel parking in
What?
Asbury. Yeah. This much room on
Why
each
do you
side.
have a picture
I
of-
made, because it was unbelievable how I made it onto that spot.
Do you know how to change a dirty diaper?
No. That's,
Well, you're just a boy now.
no, I
You'll
wouldn't
grow
say
up to
that
be a
makes me
man one
boy.
day. You'll grow up to be a man.
I feel like you just gotta, it's like a burrito. Like you just put them in and then you gotta tuck them and then fold, wrap, get your hands a
You
little
put
dirty.
a dirty diaper on a baby?
No. Oh, yeah, no, you don't.
That's weird.
Is that what I said?
Yes.
Oh. But you just fold them in, you know? Kind of comes up top. It's probably Velcro these days.
How to fold a dirty diaper, Zach, not a clean diaper.
Oh. So you said dirty diaper. I didn't.
So no,
So dirty, it's a burrito.
I'm
wrap.
counting it as no. Do you know how to drive stick shift?
Stick shift? No, I don't. I know there's something to do with the clutch, and once you hit a certain level, I feel like if I had to do it, I could learn in about an hour.
I think a little bit longer.
No,
maybe an hour.
I probably wouldn't be good at it, but once you see the dial go up enough, you hit the clutch and you switch the gear and you let your foot off the gas.
You're a
I
pro.
know that.
You're a pro.
That's it. And
No,
then
I
you
mean,
just, it's just takes some coordination.
We're going to count it as no, though.
That's okay.
You don't know how.
I don't.
Do you know how to play poker?
Yeah, I know how to play poker.
Do you?
I do. Yes, I do.
Which kind?
Used to play Texas Hold'em.
2 for 5.
No.
Yes.
No.
Parallel park, play poker.
No.
Parallel park, hang a picture and play poker. 3 for 5.
Yeah, 3 for 5. Give me some credit where credit's due.
You're 3. What is that in percentage wise?
How do you hang a picture?
What is that? I did the whole apartment.
Yeah, but with the things, look
Yes.
at your wall back here. You got thumbtacks in the wall.
That was 4 years ago or 2 years ago, whatever it was. Now I'm a man. What's 3 divided by 5?
60%.
So you're 60% man,
Yeah.
40% female.
No, that's not true. It's not true. I've been in the world with that Jeff Bezos stuff and like facts that just like don't make sense to me.
Keep it going.
Okay?
Keep it going.
These are some facts that don't make sense to me.
Let's hear it.
1 out of every 15 humans who have ever lived.
What are they?
1 out of 15 every humans.
Humans. Hugh.
1 out of every
H.
15
There's a Hugh.
humans.
Humans. H in it.
1 out of 15 every humans who
Wait,
have
what
ever
did you
lived.
just say?
1 out of every 15.
There you go.
1 out of every 15 humans who have ever lived are alive today.
Wait, can you redo the thing?
Oh, you're killing me. Okay. These are some facts that I just don't get.
Okay.
These are some facts that
What? You already did that part.
I don't know what you want me
Leave
to do.
this all in. Leave it all in.
1 out of every 15 humans who have ever lived are alive today.
Humans.
Humans.
Go on.
This means 7% of all humans who ever existed
Humans.
are still alive. It's not going to happen. I don't know what you want from me. They're still alive, which means 93% of them have passed away, but 7% of humans ever are
Humans.
still alive.
Okay. Interesting.
Does that not mess with your head?
Not really, to be honest.
Cleopatra
Okay.
Cleopatra lived closer to the invention of the iPhone than she did to the building of the Great Pyramid.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, she's ancient.
She's what?
Ancient.
What did you just say?
Ancient.
You need to go to a pronunciation class.
How do you say it? Ancient.
It's not anxious.
What is it? Not anxious.
Ancient.
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 There's no X in it.
I can't say that word.
It's ANC. Ancient.
Ancient.
There you go. It's not
Ancient.
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 That's not how you pronounce
She was a human that lived and she was ancient. Oh, jeez.
That is just not how you say that word. Like humans, I understand because you can't pronounce your H's, but ancient is not ancient.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I don't get it.
I just never noticed these things about how
It's
you
bad.
talk.
It's bad. People's chins are unique to humans. So they're like kind of like
I'm
fingerprints.
talking to a guy in a different language over.
no two chins are the same.
Oh wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna lock back in.
Okay. The patent for the fire hydrant was lost in a fire.
That sucks.
Yeah. That's like, how's that work?
So then people just started making fire hydrants all over the place.
Oh, fire hydrant. Wait.
You still have a fire extinguisher.
Extinguisher.
What? Are you serious?
I'm not. Extinguisher.
There you go.
Yeah?
Yes.
Is there an X?
Yes.
Okay.
Zach. Oh my
Extinguisher.
God.
You made me think about
How
it.
were you in the smart classes in high school?
I don't know. I really don't know. Last one. Ireland is the only country on Earth that has a smaller population than it did in 1800.
Thank you.
Why?
I'm so thrown off.
I just really like the human fact. That was it.
The what fact? The Angst human fact.
Ah.
Angst human.
What a weird podcast.
Yeah, I feel weird today.
Feels a little
I've been
loopiness.
fasting today.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe you're hungry. Are you hangry?
I'm very hungry.
Is that why you're...
I'm not angry. I'm just really hungry.
I think hangry is like a real thing, like scientifically.
I totally agree.
Why'd you say that?
It's just sometimes like when I'm with my girlfriend, I'll start giving her one word answers when I haven't eaten in a while.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Does it happen the other way around?
Hand up. Probably, yes.
No.
I think it happens with everybody.
My girlfriend gets pretty hangry.
I usually just stop like one word answers.
Yeah.
Like I don't talk.
Yeah. So then you need food.
And then once I eat, I'm like, all right, I'm back. Yeah. I want to talk soccer or football.
Okay.
I should have said this when you did the Ronaldo thing.
That's okay. It's
God.
okay.
Oh, idiot. Who would win in a soccer match, the Eastern Hemisphere or the Western Hemisphere?
Okay.
I'm going to list the countries on each hemisphere.
Okay, good.
Okay, Eastern Hemisphere. France, Netherlands, Belgium, Italy, Germany, Croatia, Morocco, Japan, Switzerland, Sweden.
Okay, those are some pretty good ones. France being included is a big win.
It's majority of Europe.
Yeah.
And Germany's in there, Italy's in there. There's a lot of European countries.
South America's coming around.
Yes. And then even like they even have like Senegal, Nigeria, those African countries that are sneaky.
Okay.
The Western Hemisphere, Argentina, Spain, Brazil, Portugal, England, Uruguay, Colombia, USA, Mexico, Ecuador.
Okay, this is really interesting.
My take is that the Western Hemisphere is extremely top heavy. They don't have huge depth. And the Eastern Hemisphere has a lot of depth.
But you only need 11 players on the field.
You're correct.
Right?
You're correct.
This is a crazy question. I'm not qualified to answer it at all.
Either of us. Neither of us.
But I think that like Brazil is the golf capital of the world.
Yeah, they're very good at golf, right?
Did I say golf?
Yes.
No, soccer capital of the world.
We're getting a little loopy
Yeah, it's
today.
early too. It's not even a late excuse.
5:54.
So I think that they are the soccer capital of the world.
Say it again.
I think that I think Brazil is the soccer capital of the world.
Okay.
Period. They have the most World Cups out of any other country. I think themselves.
I don't think they do.
I think they do.
I think Uruguay does.
No. Most World Cups out of any country, Brian? Come on. Brushing up.
Brushing up. Brazil, but Uruguay's second.
Yeah, five titles.
5 titles.
Yeah.
What years?
Don't ask me that.
Okay.
So yeah, I think they dominate. I mean, just over the course of history within the World Cup.
So I think currently is a lot closer than all time.
Yeah.
Like currently
France
France has Mbappe. They have Erling Haaland from Switzerland,
something like that.
I'm gonna try to name more players, but I don't know if I can.
I think it's more so of like France was in the championship against Messi. The winners before that, I mean, Spain is Western.
We're really struggling here.
The Spain Western Hemisphere.
Spain is Western.
But they won in like 08 or something like that.
So the cutoff from the Eastern and the Western Hemisphere is right at Spain, England, and Portugal. So Easterns get Spain, England, and Portugal as well.
Okay.
So they get Ronaldo. They get Spain.
Ronaldo.
They get David Villa. They get, what's his name from England?
Well, I just think of like...
Jude Bellingham.
Yes. I think Germany, Belgium, France... Those are all powerhouses with
Netherlands.
Netherlands, too.
Italy.
They're usually good. Italy is...
Croatia.
They have a World Cup, I think, in 06, I think it was.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
So I think you have a lot of teams that...
Western Hemisphere wins.
Okay.
That's my take.
Say it.
That's my take.
Okay.
You want to go Team Eastern?
No. Yeah, why not?
I'm going
Team
Western.
Eastern. Okay.
Team Western dominates.
Just ask me questions.
It's like out of the top 100 players, like 70% of the top 100s are on the Western Hemisphere. I looked it up.
Okay, so the West wins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
I have brand names here that I want you to guess. Now, here's my question for you. So we're
Am I
live.
ready?
We're live acting you on the pod.
Live what?
Asking you on the pod.
Oh, live asking me. I didn't know what you just
I said acting. I don't know. It's all over the place.
That's why I was confused.
So I have the original brand name. Would you rather guess the brand name based off what they were originally called, or guess the brand name based on? That's the same thing. Would you rather give me?
This podcast is going down the drains.
Would you rather me give you the brand name and you guess the original brand name, or give you the original and you guess the brand name?
Wait, what?
Would you rather me give you the brand name and you guess
the
original
brand by
name?
their original name?
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yes.
That is.
That's what it should be.
That's what I have written down here.
Good.
Can you guess the brand based off its original name?
Let's do it.
Okay. Brad's Drink.
Oh, that sounds like Dr. Pepper.
You think it's Dr. Pepper?
Brad was probably a doctor.
You think so?
Or root beer. Either one. It's a dark soda.
A dark soda? Okay, I'll give you one more guess. You want to change?
Sprite?
No. Brad's Drink used to be Pepsi.
That's a dark soda.
Yeah.
You led me astray.
I said you want
led me astray.
I said you want a second
What?
guess.
Stains?
I don't know. Brad's Drink was invented in 1983 by Caleb Bradham.
That's a stupid name.
And he sold the drink
mean
at
today.
and he sold his drink at. It's because you haven't eaten.
I know. Eaten.
I don't know what. It's fine.
You haven't eaten.
Caleb Bradham sold his drink at the drugstore in
You haven't ate or you haven't eaten? You said eaten.
8.
Like DeAndre Ayton.
Caleb Bradham used to sell his drink, Brad's Drink, in 1993 at a drugstore in New Bern, North Carolina.
Awesome.
Awesome. Yes. So
love it.
Bradham. So you used to call it Brad.
That's crazy.
And that changed to Pepsi 5 years later.
Love it.
Do you know why?
I don't care.
Because it was advertised to relieve dyspepsia or indigestion.
Do you think our viewers care about that, Zach?
All right. What about back rub?
Genuinely, do you think they care about that last stat there?
What about back rub?
Back rub?
Back rub.
Icy hot.
No.
The back scratcher. Back rub?
Back rub.
The mattresses.
What,
The mattresses that you sleep on?
what? Sleep by number?
No, like the memory foam.
Memory foam? Incorrect. They used to be Google.
That's stupid.
Because, do you want to know why or do you not care? Do you think
yeah.
our viewers care, Brian?
Is it interesting or no?
It analyzed backlinks to rank pages.
Okay.
That's why it's called back rub.
God, you guys are going to get so much information from this.
What about Pemberton's French wine coca?
Say that again.
Pemberton's
Patty,
French wine coca.
the mint chocolates.
Peppermint patty?
patties.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
It was Coca-Cola.
That's crazy.
Do you want to know why?
Because they put cocaine in their drinks.
Kinda. It had a medicinal tonic containing alcohol and coca leaf extract. Rumors are it was called Yum Yum.
How did Coca-Cola not get shut down for that?
I don't know. It literally took until 1923 for them to remove the Coca-Cola extract.
Cocaine.
Yeah, cocaine, whatever it is. Blue Ribbon Sports.
Oh, yeah, that has to be the ESPN.
ESPN, you think so? Like
Yeah.
a television?
Maybe
like
Nike?
Top 10 plays used to be
Blue Ribbon Sports?
Blue Ribbon Sports.
Fox Sports.
Fox Sports? That's what you're going with?
Yep.
You should have stuck
ESPN
with your...
Deportes.
No. You should-
ESPN?
No, you should have stuck with
Nike.
your second guess, Nike.
That's pretty
Brand
good.
is Nike. Blue Ribbon Sports. They were a
gotcha.
distributor for Onitsuka Tiger, a Japanese brand.
Interesting. Very interesting.
What about bourbon? BURBN.
I would assume it's a type of liquor.
Maybe.
Are you going to lead me astray here?
What do you think?
It was for Woodford Reserve.
Woodford Reserve?
Jameson.
Jim Beam, maybe?
Jim Beam.
Jim Beam?
Yes.
No.
Jim Beam.
Jim
Jim
Beam.
Beam or Jim Beam?
Beam.
Beam. That's
M as in Mary. It used to be Instagram
wow.
because Instagram used to be a whiskey themed check-in app.
What?
Crazy.
See, that's interesting.
See, that one's
I
like,
like
what's
that
going
one.
on there?
What's
yeah,
going
see,
on
now
in
we're
Instagram?
rallying. All right,
I
here we
like
go.
it.
I feel good again.
The last 2 minutes of this pod's gonna be great.
Cadabra.
Houdini's brand.
No. David
Chris
Blaine?
Angel?
Chris Angel?
Yeah, I
No.
think Chris Angel. I was Chris Angel for Halloween one year.
No.
Had a lip ring and everything.
Can you throw a picture of that up on that?
I don't think I have a picture of it. I might.
Cadabra.
Kadabra. Pokemon?
No, not Pokemon.
Kadabra. Game Boy.
No.
Kadabra has to be Microsoft.
I'll give you a hint. It's short for abracadabra.
I would figure that.
Okay. Which happens what? When you...
Magic.
And it's by the guy we hate. He
Jeff
sucks.
Bezos.
Jeff
Amazon.
Bezos. Amazon. So it's by
Kadabra's a
Amazon.
pretty cool name.
Yeah, Cadabra, abracadabra. It's kind of like the magic of the internet.
Kadabra. It sounds like a Pokemon
Something
name.
that you could do a lot of different things for.
I feel like the podcast ended better than it started.
Well, I think it was fine. I think we'll dance around it, right? Hopefully the people enjoyed listening. We have our member shout-outs. Who's ready for them?
Coke Stroops, Christian, Penguins 06. We got Thomas Flynn. We got Unknown. That's all I remember.
Okay. We had Julia Kern. We had Abby Penguins
Kern.
06, Thomas Flynn, Phil the Thrill, Unknown, Simon K, Coke Stroops, which is Christian.
Christian.
And we got the best name on the internet, Hannah Kondo.
Anacondo.
Anaconda squeeze.
I feel like it's a play on words. I can't
Anaconda
tell.
squeeze.
Thank you guys for being a member. If you guys want to be a member, just hit be a member on our page. Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to do that for people, but if you just go to our page and you press membership.
And then if you guys want to come to the live show, what's the date again?
July 26th, Asbury Park.
House of Independence.
Yep. Independence or
House of Independence.
Independence.
What?
Like House of Independence.
What is that?
Like it's like individual people. They're independent.
House of Independence.
I don't know.
It's pronounced the same way.
It's House of Independence.
And that's pronounced independence.
House of Independence.
Nobody says it like that.
So we'll see you guys in Asbury, House of Independence.
Okay.